You can't just think your way to success, but you also can't just do your way there either. If you've ever found yourself journaling, vision boarding, and doing all the affirmations, but still feeling stuck, or maybe you're in the opposite camp where you're hustling like crazy, trying to force your way to success and wondering why it still feels like a grind, then here's the thing. Mindset alone won't get you there, but neither will strategy. And neither will just energetic alignment. The truth is, you need all three. So in today's episode, I'm breaking down the Freedom Code, which is my 3-part success formula that helps online coaches and service providers finally create consistent income, freedom, and ease. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels and ready to see real, sustainable results, then this one's for you. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the Freedom and Ease in Online Business show. So let's talk about why mindset, strategy, and alignment actually need to work together. Because success is not about just thinking positively or working harder. It's like trying to bake a cake with only flour, no eggs, and no sugar. It's going to be dry and disappointing, babe. So each part of the Freedom Code boosts the others. And when one is missing, the whole thing wobbles. If you're only focusing on mindset, you're going to stay stuck in manifestation mode without taking aligned action. And I see lots of people who are stuck in this space. They actually don't realize that their mindset, working on their mindset, has become an addiction and it's keeping them stuck. And they're using it as an excuse for not taking action. And maybe you've been guilty of this in the past. Me too. Don't worry about it. But we're going to get past that. So the thing is, if you're only focusing on your strategy, then you might end up working way too hard on things that don't feel good to you. And that's where we end up hitting burnout city. And if you're only focusing on alignment, well, you feel great, but you're not actually necessarily building wealth or momentum. So remember that any chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So we need to strengthen all three. And this is very much about the internal work, about actually creating an ecosystem within you that means that you get to become that aligned, clear, strategic CEO that your business needs you to be. So I've seen this many times in the past where I've had clients that have focused on just one or maybe even two of these elements, but they were missing the third. And it just kept leading to frustration, burnout, and stuckness. And one example is a client of mine, Lexi. And when she came to me, she was an amazing manifester. So we first met and I was like, wow, you're amazing. You can just say, I need 50 grand next month. And she would just make 50 grand next month. But the problem was that it wasn't sustainable and she wasn't just able to do that continuously because what she was missing was having sorted out her money stories. And she was carrying a money story about, it's got to be hard work, you've got to hustle, and good things don't last. So we needed to take care of that. But we also needed to take care of her business strategy because, just going out hustling and then bringing in some money really was not a long-term plan. But when we started bringing those three things into alignment, so they started actually interconnecting and relating to one another and being congruent with one another, man, did her business take off. And not just that, she was no longer heading for burnout city and she started relaxing about her income and just could focus on her business and serving her clients and getting excited about, what else she wanted to do in her business. So let's talk about the Freedom Code, which is your path to consistent income and ease. How do you actually balance all three of those things? Well, let's break down these three main elements of the Freedom Code. The first is the Aligned Business Code, which is all about having a strategy of building a business that feels good and works. That means building a business that will help you achieve your income goals and your lifestyle goals. A business that is actually in alignment with your core values and with the way you want to show up, where you choose things all the way through from your first marketing strategies to how you show up and serve your clients, all in ways that actually suit you and feel good for you. You're designing it with you in mind. You're designing your business for you. And when you're a coach or service provider, That's really important. So what's important here is that you don't follow any cookie cutter strategies. There are loads of strategies out there. In the Freedom and Ease Business Academy, we literally have a big long list of here's all the things you could do. You by no means should do most of them. You just need to be really clear on knowing which ones will suit you, and then build your business around you, around your values, your energy, and your strengths. So that means that you'll create an aligned business blueprint that includes all of those pieces of the puzzle and lays it all out so that your offers, your clients, your pricing, the way you market, every single piece of the puzzle is designed to fit your life, rather than you having to cram your life into the gaps of a business that's just been designed around someone else's strategy or with just an income goal in mind. So it also means developing a mindset of success so that you actually deeply and fully believe that you are capable of reaching your goals, that you are the leader your business needs, that you've got what it takes. And it also means implementing a strategy that feels natural instead of forcing tactics that don't suit you just because it's the latest craze you've been noticing on Instagram. Then step 2 is the effectiveness code. And that's all about learning how to work smarter rather than harder, because hustling harder is not the answer. The key is working in flow and staying focused as you're working. And so that is all about becoming highly effective. And that way, burnout is not even an issue. You sit down, you're focused, you know what needs doing, you know how to do it, and you get the job done, and you don't waste your time spinning wheels. You're just working in a state of flow with total clarity of what you should actually be focused on, because there's always lots of things to do. And I hate to break it to you, most of them will actually not get done. The important thing is that you get done the things that need doing and that you're very clear on what those are. Now, part of the effectiveness code is also mindset. Once again, it's having a CEO mindset that is focused on peak performance. It means you're able to make decisions quickly and stay focused on the things that actually move the needle and know precisely what those are. So you're not wasting your time, your energy, or your focus on things that ultimately don't really matter, just, to feel busy. And the third, daily habits. Having daily habits that keep you in flow, that keep you focused and productive without overworking. Knowing how to actually cultivate a structure and an environment that helps you achieve that state naturally. So you're not trying to start from zero every single time. You've actually set yourself up so that when you step into your workspace, you've got those daily habits, you've got that ritual, that structure in place, and it automatically puts you into that flow state. You're focused, you know what needs doing, you get the job done, you get the hell out of there, you go have a massage or play with your kids or do whatever it is you want to do. Lie on the couch with a book. That's usually my go-to. And then the third really important piece of the puzzle is the magnetic money code, because that will allow you to attract and hold more wealth with ease. And it's important to talk about money and money mindset, because if your money mindset is shaky, you'll sabotage all that beautiful income and you'll sabotage the other two pieces of the puzzle of the Freedom Code. So here's what having your magnetic money code working beautifully looks like. It means that you are in energetic alignment with abundance. And that means that you naturally attract opportunities, clients, and money because you're resonating with abundance, with expansion. And so you're open to that. Your mind is geared in. Your unconscious mind is actually programmed to see those opportunities, to recognize them, to go for them. And the energy you're putting out resonates with those things and attracts them to you. It also means that you need to transform old money stories so that it's not hard work bringing the money in, because old stories are often centered around, I'm still not good enough, I don't know enough, I have to work really hard for money. And also it allows you to keep the money you make. Because if deep down you still feel like you're not deserving or good enough at some level, or you're running a story that good things don't last, then you will find ways to get rid of that money really quickly. And I know for me, there was a time in my life where my income jumped and I finally managed to hit that elusive 6-figure income. And, I'd gone from being a broke single mum a year or so before. So it was fantastic to actually have that income level. But I noticed that I felt more broke than ever. Things would break, unexpected bills would pop up, like the money would just always instantly disappear again. And that's when I realized, yes, I had cultivated energetic alignment with abundance. I was attracting the money in, but I wasn't holding it. It wasn't staying around. It just kept disappearing. And that actually became even more stressful. So it's really important to transform those old money stories. And this is what, to me, money mindset is all about. It's all about actually changing those old stories so that at the deepest of levels, you trust the money to come in and you're deserving and worthy of it. And then the last part of the Magnetic Money Code is having a simple 5-minute money system that will help you smooth out your irregular income and ensure that every dollar's actually working for you without having to micromanage your finances. And when you integrate all three of these, you create a business that is profitable, sustainable, and actually fun to run. So how do you integrate all three of these? Where do you even start? So here's a very simple, no overwhelm method, step by step, of how to put all of this together. Number one, start alignment. Before you jump into any new strategy, just check in. Does this fit? Does it fit my values, my strengths, my lifestyle? Is this going to give me the income and the lifestyle I want? And is it aligned with who I am and how I like to show up? Step number two, layer in mindset upgrades consistently. It's an ongoing work. It's just like taking out the garbage. You don't just do it once and you're done. You keep doing it. So notice whenever old money stories or self-doubt or overworking patterns start creeping in again, and do the work and shift them right then and there. And that way, you don't have to get all upset and let it all build up to a level where it's become a huge problem. You notice it, you get the tools to quickly deal with them, and you move forward. Step 3 is consistently taking focused and strategic action. Ditch the busy work and identify 1 or 2 needle-moving activities each and every day, and then just go all in. Go for it. And once you've got all 3 pieces of that freedom code working together for you, the aligned business code, the effectiveness code, and the magnetic money code, then your business and your income starts to flow and grow, and success actually feels like it's just business as usual rather than some elusive future goal, because you're living, breathing proof of having created a successful business. And so all these pieces of the puzzle really interconnect and boost each other up. And that's why it's important to, you've got to start somewhere, but you just keep going around and round, and it just becomes a daily practice and habit. And none of this needs to take a lot of time. It's really just about replacing old habits that weren't serving you with new habits that do. So, final takeaway, mindset alone won't make you successful. Strategy alone won't either. And if you're not aligned, nothing will stick. So the freedom code is your path to consistent income, more freedom, and a business that actually feels good, because you design the business to be in alignment and to nurture your alignment each and every day. You're working on your money mindset and your CEO and success mindset consistently every day, just taking out the trash, making sure that you're in a good place, that you start off the day in a great place, and you get all of those habits in place, both with how you manage your money and how you run your day and your time, along with having the strategy around your business already set up so that it supports you. So if this episode gave you some really great aha moments, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you're ready to implement the freedom code in your business, I have a free masterclass on that. The link's in the show notes below. I also invite you to come hang out with me on Instagram. It's at Miriam Castilla or at Freedom and Ease Academy. You can DM me and tell me which of these 3 pillars do you need to strengthen the most: the aligned business code, the magnetic money code, or the freedom code. Where do you need to focus first? And then start there. And I'll see you in the next episode.